Jonathan, you are a successful Canadian actor, director, producer, based in Toronto.
Yes.
How did you start your professional life?
I was in school for science. I was supposed to go on and be a computer engineer like all my friends working for IBM. And at the last minute, just before college, university, I went on a whim and went off in the opposite direction and went drama and found a love of acting and directing and creation through all of that I don't regret. It's certainly a different life than they all have, making a lot more money than I am, but I think they envy me and I envy them,
Yeah. Okay. You run a production company named Mojo Pro Films, and you created a successful web series called Clutch, which has recently won 8 awards at the LA Web Fest and has been named an honoree of the annual Webby Awards.
That was a huge honor, huge for me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, these aren't, we've actually won quite a lot of awards lately, and they all mean something really valuable, but the Webbies is an established organization that people, Disney and Miramax are all entering their stuff in that. We're up against Warner Brothers. We're competing against all the studios, and to be able to play in that same field and be recognized makes it all very worth it.
Yeah, it's amazing. And how do you feel in this very exciting moment of your career? I mean,
it's so bittersweet, It's the excitement of last weekend. We were at the Calgary Expo in Alberta, and we were able to meet fans. We've made a lot of new fans, but we also met people that have been watching the series since the beginning. And it was very, very rewarding. And then winning all the awards kind of validates it creatively and in the industry. But we're still at a time in a web series where there's no money. And so you come home from that and you go to your day job, and we're getting ready to make season 2, and it's more investment and more putting it out there and hoping it will come back in more ways than just the creative satisfaction, but in a way that it can actually become a career. Yeah. So I think it's a scary moment, an exciting moment. All we can do is just keep doing what we're doing and hope for the best.
Yeah, sure. And as for the Wakefield variation, how did you become acquainted with the project?
Well, I was approached and very interested in the concept, I've done some writing tinkering on other projects before, so the concept of coming in as a story editor wasn't foreign to me, but it's not something I kind of make a point of doing unless it's a story that I like or I connect to. And I was reminded of films that I couldn't remember the name of yesterday when we were talking about, but the film The Conversation and The Lives of Others, and both of those films touched me on a deep level, and I felt that if I could in some way contribute to letting the Wakefield variation do that for people as well, then it's something worth doing.
Indeed, yeah. I know that you cooperate with Melanie Hunter and Gianluca Olmastroni in writing the script, and each of you has a precise role. What is your contribution to the screenplay?
I looked at what Gianluca had written, and it was very good to begin with. I didn't feel, he could have just gone and made that and been okay. So I felt my role wasn't to try to reinvent the wheel, but it was to take what was there and just strengthen it a little bit in the way of the images and build the world. And so mostly I feel like I just took a second eye at what he had already done.
Mm-hmm. And have you seen Kelsey Gillis, the lead actress of the Wakefield variation?
She's beautiful. In the teaser trailer, yes, she brings something to the camera that you don't see a lot in North America. It's really exciting to be working on an Italian project because there's almost a flavor of the project that's completely different than what we get out here, and very refreshing to see for a story like this. She I can see why someone would be obsessed with her in whether it's a dark way that you don't approve of, or whether it's in a truly loving way that you do. She kind of opens both of those up.
Okay. And she's Canadian too.
Is she? I didn't even realize that. Go figure.
She's from Vancouver.
There you go.
Yeah. To conclude, please leave us a message for all the undecided potential backers of our project on SponsorMe.com.
Well, I think crowdfunding is a very competitive world right now. There's a lot of projects you can invest in, and I do realize that. But not many of them, if any, are as international and as passion project as the Wakefield Variations. I think the very fact that you see people from all around the world coming in to contribute to this means it's going to be really something special, and you don't want to miss out.
Thank you very much, Jonathan, and
Thank
see you soon.
You bet.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.